get spooked. We got most disturbing abandoned building encounters caught on camera. Wait, I'm going to say it again. Most disturbing abandoned building encounters caught on camera. I'll have a fucking go, chat. Everyone, you're safe with me. If you guys ever happen to be in an abandoned building with me, just know I will handle it. All right, hold my hand. Yes, guys, you can. Let's hold each other's hands if we're scared, okay? Try not to get scared. Challenge gone sexual.
URBEX Hill is one of the most popular urban exploration channels on YouTube, featuring raw footage from YouTuber Chris Hill's visits to a lot of the more extreme abandoned buildings in the US. From abandoned mental hospitals to decommissioned military facilities, Chris explores all of it, but specifically places that a lot of even the more extreme explorers wouldn't visit, at least not at night and alone like Chris always does. In January 2023, he uploaded footage of his visit to the now
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want in your Burger King order is someone else's foot fungus. But it turns out, that's what you get. Someone anonymous posted a video.
abandoned Paul Revere Elementary School in Cleveland. After almost a century of use, the school was permanently closed in 2015 due to declining enrollment numbers. Although there are allegedly plans to turn the abandoned building into a housing complex, as of 2024, Paul Revere Elementary is still abandoned and in terrible shape.
Paul Revere Elementary, bro. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. The fuck?
From the moment Chris walks inside, it's pretty clear that the place hasn't been used in years.
Of course we got a fucking dead!
Has been severely damaged by the elements, vandals, and the passage of time. The bottom floors are all flooded, the walls are peeling, the structure doesn't seem too sound, and there's rust, random papers, books, and all kinds of debris lying everywhere.
Why are we even in here?
Throughout the video, you can see messages written in seemingly fresh chalk on some of the whiteboards.
Rip Paul Revere? Bro, he wasn't born in 1923, bro.
Confirming that people have been in the building recently. This was actually Chris's second visit to Paul Revere Elementary. When he uploaded footage of his March 2022 visit to the school, several people in the comments mentioned they had either been students or teachers at the school and talked about how incredibly sad it was to see their beloved childhood school ruined by abandonment and lack of—
Bro, you know, dude, you want to know when I went to school? Where I went to elementary school, my building just got knocked down. Mine was abandoned. It just got knocked down, GG.
Of maintenance. A little after 10 minutes into the exploration, you can hear some sort of ruffling sounds.
Chad, we're gonna debunk this. Everyone put your fucking listening ears on. Enough of the fucking lollygagging and bullshit. Fucking Detective Hoff on the case.
The other strange noises coming from somewhere in the schoolhouse.
Where's Jay? What's good?
What is that? Do you hear that?
No. Hands where I can see him. Doesn't get much more simple than that, buddy. Doesn't get much more simple than that. What is my lighting right now? Why am I in fucking heaven?
Somebody's here.
Oh, really? Dipshit? Fucking hell, I just saw a fucking flashlight. CSN, what's good, man? Or
In the
CSC.
hallway, another person's flashlight can be seen shining down the—
Bro, he's probably rubbing one out. Dude, we can't even rub one out anymore in 2026? Fucking hell. Privacy is gone?
hall. It looks to be just one person, who was likely either another urban explorer or a squatter. Still, at 1 a.m. in an abandoned building, it's obviously best to avoid drawing unwanted attention to yourself, especially when you don't know the other person's intentions, which is why Chris ultimately
He's a squatter.
decided to run instead of making his presence known.
Making
Making sure to walk in the other direction to avoid running into anyone, he then heads to the library and explores the rest of the top floors.
See, this
As he
is where
goes
I
into the
disagree.
bathroom
Just
on the
fucking
top
leave,
floor,
bro.
He has another encounter.
Just leave. No way someone's in the walls. Oh, fuck. hell no. Oh, 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 hell no! Fuck no! What was that? Genuinely, what was that?
Attention to your run in anyone. Bathroom on the top floor. He has a...
Yo. I'm pausing it. That's just a person in a hoodie. That's just a person in a hoodie. It's the 6'7" goblin. Mods permanently banned him. Find his address. Bro. It's Paul Revere!
Scared the out of me. Oh, man.
Bro.
At the far end of the bathroom, what appears to be a human silhouette can be seen standing completely motionless. After
Bro has no motion, bitch! Ah! Imagine getting called motionless in a fucking abandoned house.
the initial shock of the encounter, Chris draws his gun and goes back inside to confront the man.
But he's motionless.
Hello.
Fuck you.
Oh, it's a f***ing toy. Oh my god, that scared the out of me.
As it turns out, the silhouette was actually a scary mannequin that somebody set up, probably to scare away visitors. What's
Visitors.
most eerie is
We
that
haven't
even though
watched
we
it yet,
can't
no,
know
we
for
will,
sure
though.
how long the mannequin
Maybe.
had been standing there before the footage was shot, for some reason it fell forward just in time for Chris to see it, the most reasonable explanation being from the sound waves bouncing off the wall.
Karma, what's good?
Most people would have left as soon as they saw the mannequin, but Chris continued to explore the rest of the school,
Of course he did.
seemingly unmoved by the horrifying experience he just went through,
What?
though not before clearing the entire rest of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sadly, some of the rooms in the school are filled with books, whiteboards, and other perfectly usable materials that could have been donated to another school before the building was
Yeah,
abandoned.
wait, what? Is that a...
But nobody seemed to care enough to give them away before the school was abandoned. About half an hour into the visit, Chris climbs up to the roof, which in itself is pretty risky.
Yo, Chris! Fucking just start, like, rollerblading or something!
Even if you don't care about getting caught by the cops, there's still a very high risk of the roof caving in, especially considering
Like,
the
get
state
a
of the building
hobby!
the footage was shot. Fortunately, he was able to climb down safely, but that's when a strange noise could be heard coming
think
from
I'm
the
already
other
in the
end of one
YouTube
of the
video.
hallways.
Strange noise coming in from the hallways.
Safe is still here. I wonder what's in
As Chris explores one of the rooms, a strange howl can be heard in the distance.
I did hear that.
And as he raises his camera, you can clearly see a shadow moving behind the door at the far end of the room. By this point, it's pretty clear that not only are multiple other people in the building with him,
What the fuck?
but now he's possibly being stalked. Once again, Chris draws his gun and prepares for an encounter, but he doesn't find anyone in any of the rooms. After this, he admits he's ready to call it a night and
Good!
decides to head home, but not before this final encounter.
it. This place is weird as hell.
Something don't jump out.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, fuck. I'm geeked.
This place is crazy.
Oh, fuck. I'm
I
geeked.
remember the last time I've explored it. Hello?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, walk up the stairs. Yeah.
Hello? What?
Fucking.
I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs. I'm out.
As he struggles to find his way out of the school, the sound of footsteps can be clearly heard on the stairway directly above Chris's head.
Bud!
But after running up and calling out to see if he gets a response, nobody acknowledges him.
Horror
Luckily, he
movie
was able to walk away
instincts.
unharmed and has continued to upload videos
Here's noises. A murder. Hello?
of his visits to abandoned places pretty frequently.
Who's there? Shut the fuck up and
The
run.
Proper People is an urban exploration channel owned by Brian and Michael, two friends who travel the world in search of abandoned buildings. For the past 10 years that their channel has been active, Brian and Michael have built up a reputation for being a trustworthy channel that only uploads genuine footage of their explorations.
Okay.
In a niche of YouTube that's often plagued by cheap, fake footage from people trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, The Proper People has endured.
Yo, why
as
was
one of
that
the most
fucking
footage
ghost
from
low-key
people
a
trying to get
baddie,
their
bro?
15 minutes of fame.
Hang on, she's fucking throwing TS. What are you doing if she pulls up and yo? Hang on, if she's on decent timing, I'm with the shits.
The Proper People has endured as one of the most reliable channels in the URBEX space. They gained their fame from explorations of genuinely cool places instead of faking creepy encounters or anything of the such. In 2016, they uploaded a video of their nighttime visit to the Jemison Center in Northport, Alabama, often referred to as Old Bryce Hospital.
Oh, dude, don't you love going to hospitals at fucking midnight?
From 1939 to 1977, the Jemison Center housed hundreds of
Oh my god, and he has the audacity to bring a doohickey.
From 1939 to 1977.
Bro, imagine looking over at your... Imagine looking over at your boy and genuinely seeing him carrying TS around in a fucking abandoned hospital.
The Jemison
Bud.
Center housed hundreds of psychiatric patients and acquired a reputation for treating them pretty harshly. Often referred to as the creepiest building in Alabama, Old Bryce was closed in the late 70s and has since been reclaimed by nature and become a hotspot for urban explorers from all over the world.
Bro.
As Michael and Brian approach the location in their car, there doesn't seem to be anyone around, and after driving around the grounds for a while, the two YouTubers get out of their vehicle to begin exploring, settling on the basement as the first area to explore.
No.
After more than 4 decades of abandonment, the entire complex is almost completely destroyed.
No,
and while
dude.
some of the walls are completely covered in all kinds of graffiti, some of them aren't even there anymore.
Bro, that's literally clearly shit in there.
With the state of disrepair of the Jemison Center, there's always a chance that the structure could collapse on itself and trap Brian and Michael inside. But as they go up the stairs to explore the top floor, it becomes clear that an unsound structure is the least of their worries.
Whoa, look at this.
Oh, fuck off!
Look at this staircase out here. Oh. There's somebody there.
No way.
Yes, yes, see their light. They're out there. I swear on my life. Right there.
Right where?
Here.
Should I say hello?
Fucking brilliant.
There's somebody out there. Let's go back to the car. This way.
Buddy's trying to make friends in an abandoned hospital. Yo, should I say hello? Yo, guys. Should I say hello?
If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Let's go to the car now.
Holy shit. Sunshine and rainbows on mindset.
As the camera pans to the window,
Let me
the
see it.
outline of a person holding up a light can be
Okay, fair enough. Fair play. Fair play. There is a person there.
seen on the staircase on the opposite side of the building.
I see it.
Disturbingly, as soon as the uploaders turn off their light, the other person does the exact same thing, indicating they were watching and didn't want to be spotted.
Nah, Aztec Death Whistle's
Chillingly,
crazy.
if you rewind the footage to when the YouTubers arrived at the top floor, you can clearly see a light outside the window frame.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's unclear if the light was coming from the same person who was watching them. After calling out and receiving no response, Brian and Michael decide to go back to their car to avoid getting jumped or worse. It's hard to know what exactly the intentions of the other
That's not
person
that
were,
scary,
but what's
bro.
even more disturbing is the fact that there were no other cars in the area when they arrived and when they left,
Commentators never heard of the homeless population in America.
which means that whoever was there had arrived on foot and probably been there for a while. Ridgely Hospital was a women's psychiatric hospital in Lancaster, UK that operated for almost 100 years from 1960
Talking about some on foot as if that's like, bro, well, yeah.
to 2013. Famous for
He
being one of the
arrived
first
there
psychiatric
on
hospitals in the UK that fought for the humane treatment of mentally ill
Like
patients,
fucking
Ridgely
Christ!
Hospital housed thousands of patients and used modern treatment methods such as electroconvulsion therapy to help patients with a range of disorders, from severe depression to obsession to mania.
This, I believe, would be the creepiest. Asylums like this.
In April 2022, YouTuber Exploring with Tom visited the site with 3 of his friends in the middle of the night. Throughout their visit, they were extremely loud and not aware of their surroundings, which is obviously not the best idea when exploring an abandoned building. Keep in mind that most of these abandoned buildings are still considered government property, which makes it illegal to trespass and explore the grounds. Still, if you disturb a hostile squatter's home by being obnoxiously loud, getting arrested would probably be the least of your worries.
Bro, I've never been this type of dude. I hate friend groups like this, I'm sorry.
But I am scared of you. I think someone is here now, to be honest with you. What the?
After hearing some strange noises coming from one of the rooms, the 4 explorers call out to see if there's anyone in the building, and this is where things get a little disturbing.
They hook up?
What? Be careful. There's someone there.
Bro, I can't even lie. I'm not even joking. Jace, what's good, bro? If I was in a scenario like this with someone with this kind of accent, holy fucking shit, that'd piss me off. There's someone there.
I need help.
You might need help.
Hello? Who? Hello? What? Go! 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 Go!
Oh, nah!
Everyone okay? Everyone okay? Keep calm.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Keep flickering the flashlight. That'll make everyone calm down, giving a fucking strobe light.
Man! What the?
Is that him behind? Oh my god! Is this Granny? Get out! Bro, is that Granny?
He's right there! He's right there! Yo!
How did they start driving so fast? Oh my god! Now, whoever the driver is, watch how fast this car gets moving.
What you want?
Ready? Driver's already in the car. He shuts the door. Driver's gone. Driver's gone. Brilliant work.
As soon as one of the teenagers calls out, a man can be heard screaming from inside the room. Without thinking twice, Tom and his friends make a run for it back to their car.
Good.
But disturbing.
Wait, hang on. I want to see the pause frame.
Without thinking twice, Tom and his friends make a run for it back to their car. But disturbingly, the man isn't satisfied with just scaring them out of the building and ends up chasing them all the way to their car. It's unknown who the man was or what he wanted from them.
Oh shit! Yo, that's low-key scary as fuck. Who the fuck is that at the top of the stairs? Oh my god, yo, nah. See, that's what I'm saying.
One of the theories that's been echoing in the comments is that he was probably a homeless person who got upset at the amount of noise Tom and his friends were making.
Yes.
It's probably not too pleasant to have 4 rowdy teenagers burst into the abandoned building you call your home and start yelling, laughing, and swearing. But still, it's good they were able to get away unharmed. In 2006, a 36-year-old man named Vincent Filya was living in the woods as a fugitive near Lugoff, South Carolina, after being accused of abusing his stepdaughter. In September of that same year, he saw a 14-year-old girl named Elizabeth Schoaf getting off the school bus and decided to abduct her. Posing as a police officer, Filya arrested Schoaf on a supposed marijuana charge and led her to his hideout in the middle of the woods. For 10 days, Elizabeth was chained up and abused by Filya in the underground bunker beneath the hideout in what can only be described as a nightmare come true. Still, the girl was extremely resilient throughout the whole ordeal and came up with a plan to escape from the horrifying situation she found herself in. If she wanted to escape, Elizabeth knew that she had to get Vincent to like her. For several days, she pretended to be in love with Filya, and eventually the kidnapper lowered his guard, even unchaining her and allowing her to play games on his phone. One night, while Vincent was sleeping, the teenager got a hold of his phone and sent a text to her mom saying she was in a hole across the Charm Hill, that there was a bomb, and to call the police. As it was later revealed, Filya had planned to draw in as many people as possible to the bunker to detonate a bomb and take the lives of the responding officers. However, he never managed to carry out his plan, for just a few minutes later the area was surrounded by helicopters and he was forced to surrender. To make a long story short, Elizabeth was able to move on with her life, and the monster named Vincent Filya spent the rest of his life in prison, where he died in 2021 in his cell. In December 2023, a YouTuber named Big Banks visited the abandoned hideout where the terrifying crime took place.
Why? Oh my god, I guarantee he's white.
Immediately upon entering the house, the uploader finds something extremely disturbing.
I think this was the little girl's backpack that was left here. What a sad sight to see.
Yeah, bro's getting revenue off this. Dude, come on.
Knowing that that happened.
A little girl's backpack can be seen on the floor outside the kitchen. Although it's impossible to confirm if it belonged to Elizabeth Shove, it is possible that it was planted there after the crime by somebody else. As he explores the living room, the uploader finds more creepy stuff, including a DVD of the horror movie The Strangers, a Halloween decoration next to one of the couches, a shank, a broken baseball bat, and a ripstick.
Honestly, good taste.
Obviously, the fact that these items were left behind is much more disturbing when you consider the history of the house. It's heartbreaking to imagine that some of the toys lying around the floor possibly belonged to the girl that Vincent Filiat had stolen.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Throughout the rest of the house, several objects and pieces of furniture, including the bed in the main room, look like they were placed there much later than 2006.
Stream might be a little bit longer.
It's possible that the house was occupied by squatters, but because it was empty at the time the footage was shot, it's impossible to know what belonged to Filiat, his common-law family, his victim, and the squatters.
Oh, there was
Thankfully, after being reunited with her family in 2006, Elizabeth went on to live a fruitful life, and the man who committed the heinous crime against her paid the price for it.
Well done.
Holton Avenue is a notoriously creepy abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio. In 1913,
It's in Ohio.
the first Hungarian Baptist church was built on that street, eventually falling into disuse and being left abandoned like the rest of the buildings on that street. In April 2016, the body of a woman named Jessica Coleman was found there after she went missing, but unfortunately her attacker was never found.
What?
In July 2023, Chris Hill went to the location to record footage of the abandoned.
Oh my god, these people are just like, I just have to know, right? I just have to know what part of you wants to do it, right? I don't get it already, but if you're gonna do it, why are you doing it alone?
And in church, as well as the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue. From disturbing graffiti to broken glass and peeling walls, the church checks every box you would expect from a creepy,
no benefit to going alone,
abandoned building. As he ventures into the basement, Chris finds signs that someone else had been inside the church, including an action figure of Melvin the giraffe from Madagascar that he mentions he
Not Melvin!
doesn't remember seeing the last time he visited the location. Knowing that he's often not alone during his explorations, Chris set up several cameras throughout the church, and about 10 minutes into the exploration, one of the cameras on the main floor captures something pretty creepy.
This isn't a camera though.
What's upstairs?
Oh, I see.
That's weird.
I see. I see. The door slammed shut. The door randomly slammed shut. Me personally, I'm launch padding right then and there. I'm out.
What's upstairs?
Watch him say, guys, let's go check that out.
Obviously, doors don't just randomly shut themselves, and as it wasn't particularly windy that night, it's clear that someone
No. You know that fucking meme? It said must have been the wind, and below it said the wind said TS was not me.
was in the church with Chris. But after looking around for a bit, he can't find anyone in the church and decides to head back outside to explore the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue. If the church was in a messed up state, some of the houses are even worse, with most of them looking like they could collapse at any second. Around half an hour into the visit, he decides to explore one of the most dilapidated houses on the block, and as he's in the basement, the exploration takes a scary turn.
Oh, come on.
It actually looks like it's just underneath the house.
What are we doing? There's levels to it, right? There's exploring abandoned buildings, okay? He's not doing that. He's exploring abandoned church, house, alone, in the basement, under the basement. Buddy, at a certain point, you're not even rolling the dice. You're just choosing an outcome.
It's not really a basement.
Oh, fuck.
Still creepy.
What was it? I thought I saw some shit. I thought I saw some shit. Oh, someone's moving. Someone's in there. Someone's in there. Someone's in there. Oh! No. 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 Nope. Never again. Never again. Never again. Oh, hell nah! Oh, hell nah! Buddy opened it like it was a fucking kid at Old Navy telling his mom, like, is this good for a first day of school fit? Look at how casual Buddy opens this fucking door. Talking about some, anyone there? Fucking hell! Why are we waiting?
Sorry.
Run! Bro said sorry.
I didn't know nobody lived there.
Low key though, you know it's real because he said sorry. He didn't say like, oh my god. Like sorry is like a panic, like, oh my god, sorry!
It smelled like I knew somebody was in there.
Somebody smell like shit?
As he's
That was
exploring the
real.
basement,
That
sounds
was
can be heard
real.
coming from the
That
ground
was
floor,
real.
And when he goes back up to find out what it is, a person pulls back the curtain.
No, that was real.
Immediately apologizing, Chris runs back out to the street, and that's when he realizes that despite the horrible state of
That
the
was real.
supposedly abandoned house, there was actually someone living in there
What is this? Okay, now what is this?
with electricity. Clearly most, if not all of the abandoned buildings on the block were housing people now who didn't want him there, something he never encountered on his first visit. And with this newfound discovery, Chris called it a night.
Good. Good on you, Chris.
In February 2020, urban explorer Rhythm Ryder explored an abandoned house at an undisclosed location with his exploration partner Zay Clark. According to Rhythm, the house used to belong to an old woman who had passed away. In complete contrast to most abandoned houses, most of the woman's possessions had been left untouched, indicating that the house had not yet fallen prey to looters and
I don't trust anything like this, y'all. I don't trust anything like this. I can't explain it. Like, if I met the love of my life, and at one point she invites me back to her house and I see some shit like this, bro, GG, I'm not kidding, I'll never see her again.
Hunters who often take things that aren't theirs.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And I'm not judging you if you have it at your house. It just rubs me the wrong way. It feels haunted.
All throughout the house, the two explorers find
it just
everything
feels
from
like it's
beautiful
watching me, bro.
tableware and silverware to ornately woven tapestries
I wouldn't even fuck with this shit.
and a fully equipped bar. Based on the calendars they found in the house, the property hadn't been occupied since
I
August
can't explain it.
2018.
I'm not judging you. It's my
Just
preference.
a few minutes into the visit, Rhythm and Zay find something incredibly sad
it
and
feels
disturbing.
haunted.
Always been worried about something like this happening, and then it did. When we walked in here,
What is this?
we took a few steps in the door, and we saw this on the ground.
What the fuck is that?
Now, for those who can't figure that, figure out what that is a body stain. And you can see right there, there's a walker. So, unfortunately, it seems that the woman who had lived here had taken a bad fall, landed on the floor, and that's where she expired, unfortunately.
Expired, bro?
It's extremely sad.
Talking
for
about
us.
some
It took us a
expired.
good 20 minutes to decide what we're going to do here, and despite it feeling weird, we figured we still need to tell the story because this is a good reminder to everybody that you need to check on your loved ones. It seemed this woman had passed and was laying here for God knows how long before she was found. So check in on your loved ones, guys.
Right in the middle of the hallway,
Do you mean check in on your loved ones or break into their house after you don't hear from them? That's not checking in on your loved ones. What is checking in?
a human body stain can be seen on the floor next to a walker,
Kern, what's good?
indicating that the old woman probably had a bad fall and couldn't get up. Sadly, she passed away and her body decomposed before anyone could save her, which is a terrifying way to die. There appear to be signs that the woman's family members tried to sort through her things after she passed away, but overall her various belongings are in perfectly good shape, including her bathroom supplies, which were still there at the time of the recording. It's hard to watch the footage without having conflicting feelings.
Ew, rack.
Even though the house is beautiful and you can easily tell that the woman who lived there with her husband was a talented, outgoing person, it's incredibly sad to see how she met her end. Overall, the footage should serve as a reminder to check in on your loved ones every time you get the chance, because nobody
Astronomist,
deserves to
brilliant
pass away
idea.
like that. Since 2020, Rhythm with Ryder hasn't gone back to that location.
Fuck that, chat. Seriously, fuck that. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. And if anyone in here works with bodies at all, fuck that.